Hello everyone, this is Digit D, and today we got another Commander Reviews with Digit D. Commander Reviews with me, Digit D, and we're going to be talking about this monstrosity of a card called Adrix, Adrix and Nev Twincaster. Ha! Ha! Twin casters. Basically, this card, let's talk about the card. It is Adrix and Nev Twin Caster. It costs a blue, a green, and 2 colorless mana. It's a legendary creature. It's a merfolk wizard, which is cool. It's Ward 2. So that means whenever this creature becomes a targeted spell or ability opponent controls, you counter it unless that controller pays 2. So it's like another card that has Frost Titan, basically a Frost Titan as ability. And then it has one of the coolest abilities, but it's on a creature though. If one or more tokens would be created under your control, twice that many of those tokens are created instead. So meaning, let's say since you're in blue and green, you have a lot of good cards in blue and green because it's Simic. Simic always gets all the broken cards that are blue or green. It's either play land or draw cards. That's mostly how Simic works. You can't go wrong with Simic unless you play differently than everybody else. But also it's a 2/2. So the power and toughness is super weak, so it will get shot down pretty easily by a lightning bolt or any other red spell that's out there or something like that. But the cool thing about this commander is you are a token engine. This deck is nothing but tokens. So if I was building this deck here, I would probably go with something that has a little bit, produces not one token, but many tokens at the same time, or you catch my drift. So that'd be like, there's a card, one of my favorite cards out there is, it's an artifact. It's called Mere Battle Spear. It's one of the strongest, I think it's one of the strongest artifacts out there. Nobody really talks about the card. No, I rarely see it on YouTube channels, on the Magic, on any Magic sites that I watch. No one really talks about it, but Mere Battle Spear. It's a 7-drop, colorless artifact creature that has, when it enters the battlefield, you create 4 1/1 mirror tokens. So basically, you get 5 bodies for 7 mana, which is actually really good. The 4 1/1 mirrors are 1/1s. But if you have Adrix and Nev out, instead of getting 4, you'll get 8. You'll get 8 1/1 mirror tokens, which is actually really good. Also, what makes Mere Battle Spear even more crazier is when you attack, when he attacks, his trigger goes on the stack where you tap X amount of mirrors you control, and when you tap that many, it gets plus X plus 0 until end of turn, and they take that much damage for how many you tapped. So let's say you get 8 mirror tokens out, you tap those 8 mirror tokens, you instantly do 8 damage to their face, and then it's getting that buff. Its power and toughness is a 4/7, so it becomes a 12/7 creature, and you're still attacking for 12, which is actually really cool. I use Mere Battle Spear a lot. It's a powerful card. I think it's one of my favorites. But back to the main commander at hand. It's a wizard. It's a merfolk wizard. I would probably build Wizard Tribal. That's what I would do. Wizard Tribal. There's some good wizards out there, but Wizard Token Tribal. Or, because it says if 1 or more tokens. So that means you can use a lot of copy spells that says put a permanent of this. Now you get 2 of those copy spells. Or you can use cards like most people are going to mention Parallel Lives or Doubling Season. These cards are super expensive. They're kind of hard to get. If you don't have these cards, go with these 2. It's a budget. It's basically budget. It's cheaper right now, and they're kind of cheap actually. So, but building around him with tokens is really cool. Or you could take control of that ward mechanic that's there. You could put a lot of other cards that have ward, but basically you're basically going to be doing is nothing but tokens for this dude. You're going to be putting out so many tokens. It's going to be unbelievable. So you're getting you're getting one or more tokens. You're in green and blue. So you do have access to artifacts, which does some artifacts out there produces tons of tokens. Like there's another artifact card that I like. I think it's called Mere Genesis. It's a thing that says whenever a creature comes in, you make if it's untapped, when a creature comes in, you get a 1/1 mirror token. That works for everybody because it's a static effect for everyone. So if a creature comes in, but if you had a creature come in, you get 2 1/1 mirror tokens. You could make this into a high end token deck. Or you can use populate cards. There is populate. So if you make a token of, like, let's say you use Helm of the Host, or you use Jace ability, or there's another card that allows you to get rid of the legend rule. If you make doubles of your commander, you could do that, and it's just going to multiply by a lot because you have so many of them, because it says twice. It's all times 2, so it's all going to go bonkers crazy. There's a lot of stuff you can do with this. So like, let's talk about another token generator that is really cool. Like another card of mine is, I can go artifact tribal. That's pretty cool. Artifact token tribal. That because I can't use Brutaclat because it's either in blue and red, but you can use the other cards that produces tokens. So like Wormcoil Engine. Wormcoil Engine will fit for this deck because he dies, and then you get 2 instead of 1 Death Touch lifelink. You'll get 2 Death Touch and 2 lifelink worm creature tokens, which is pretty cool. That's bonkers. Or instead of using Wormcoil Engine, you can use what other mirror. There's a lot of cool stuff and artifacts you could do that could just produce so many tokens for you. Like, yo, you could just go artifact route with this. I think I would just go artifact routes with this guy. I do own the card, so if this is the one version with the cardboard cutout version, but I do actually own him. He's in my binder and everything, so if you want to know, I do own this card right here. I do own it and stuff. But man, that's pretty cool. It's like I can make so many cool, crazy combinations of doubling tokens besides just normal tokens. There's cards out there that copy permanents. You could just make, it says when a copy permanent comes in, now you got 2 of those permanents. That's broken. If you have doubling season out and then you play a card that copies that permanent, now you have another permanent of doubling season. Yo, that's busted. Yo, that is busted. I do say proxy stuff out if you're trying to proxy or anything like that, but that is crazy. That is really cool. There's so many good cards out there in Magic that just allows you to do doubling stuff. Even creatures that come in that just make tokens of themselves, that does that. That's really cool. You could do landfall with this. There's the landfall. There's a behemoth that makes 4/4 tramplers whenever a land comes in. Now you're getting 2. If you have multiples of this thing out, you can get even more than past 2. You could do a lot with just tokens alone. Tokens is probably the way I go, but mostly I would probably build this artifact tokens. I'm gonna let you know now, I love artifacts. So artifact tokens is probably the way I would probably build this thing, because that's the way I would do it. You could go, it's either that or wizards. Wizards or merfolk wizards and wizard tribal with tokens, which is kind of cool. But you can't get double ETBs, so since it only works with tokens and it doesn't double your counters or anything like that, it makes things a little bit hard to build around, but you could build it. You could build something unique and different compared to what else is out there that everybody else is doing. So you definitely, if you get a Wormcoil Engine is kind of, I think it might be cheap right now. Might, I don't know. You have to look it up, but or Mill Battle Spear, I know that card is super cheap. I know that card. Super cheap. And then those are just 2 artifacts. They're kind of high, but they do what you want to do. They can make tokens. There's another card called Mirror Turbine. That thing produces tokens. You tap, or you pay 5, comes out, tap it. You make a 1/1 mirror token. Now you get 2 1/1 mirror tokens. There's so many ways I can go infinite with just this card out. If you want to go infinite route, there's that. So I'm going to keep this video to near 10 minutes because I don't want me to keep going on. So if you like this review with the Commander reviews of Adrix and Nev, and you want to see more like these, so I want to say thank you guys for checking out this video today. Catch you guys later, and you guys have a great day.